Hello, hi everyone. In this video I would like to show you how to import a specific field. So in my previous video I just showed you how to import this Excel file sheet. So all the data that we have here except the last column must have by, which contains some dates. So in order to import properly some data which contains specifically some dates, which are dates, we have to do some actions before we create our transform map. So we have to tell to the system what is the format what is the format of the date and so on. So it's better if I show you how this thing works. So let's get started. So the first thing what we need to do is I'm going to my application and make sure that I don't have any records. Okay, in my application need IT, when I click on all, there's no records to display, so that's fine. So I'm going to just reduce the music, maybe it's a bit louder. Okay, now what we are going to do is system import sets. So I click on load data, and what we do is creating a table. If you watch my previous video, this table called staging table is an intermediate table where we are going to put our data, where we're going to load the data. It's not going directly into our target table, so there are several steps. So I create the table need IT staging, so it's process file, inserts file, so all our data is in our staging table. Now I'm going to create a transform map. So the transform map is the steps, or is the process where we are telling to the system, hey, this is our source table, this is our target table, this is the map name, and what are the other things you need to take in consideration. For example, what are the columns you have to match from our source table to our target table. Those kind of information are we have to tell in this part of the creation of the map. So I'm going to create the map 1. I'm going to uncheck the business rules. For example, here if I open the screenshot of the Excel file sheet, I can see there are dates which are in the past. So I cannot use the business rules because it's going to make some errors if I choose some date in the past. So it's better to have unchecked this box. So need IT table is there. This is my source staging table, and I'm going to choose my need IT target table. The first thing, very easy, very fast, is auto map matching fields. So we are going to match automatically some columns which are from our source table to our target table. So why this thing works, it's very simple. If you have a look again on the Excel file sheet, well, this is a screenshot, so you can see here the columns name, the first row, requested for, requested type, what needed, or description. Those names have similar, like they're equal to other names in our target table, so they are written in the same way. So when you click on auto map matching fields, it's going to check for it if there is any requested for in our targeted table. Yes, match it. So request type, so and then what needed, and then short description, but must have by is not going to do it. So that's the thing. So it's going to match automatically these 4 fields. So let's click on auto map matching fields, and you can see now we have requested for, request type, so the short description, what needed. We have this source field which is matched. In order to do our date column must have by, we have to do it manually. So we click on mapping assist, and so this part is very interesting. There you can visually see how things are mapped. When you click on mapping assist, as you can see, there are one part here. This is our source table, and we have all the columns available in our source need IT source table, and so on. We have also the target table and all the columns available in the target table. And here we are just taking some information like I don't know, short description from here, we put it here, and short description from here, it's put it here. It's automatically there before we click, before auto map matching field. So this thing is done just by one click. Now we have to map manually. So this one must have by, I'm going to push it here, and it should be matched with when needed, this one. So that's it. So we are telling to the system now, hey, take the take the must have by from the source table and take the when needed from this source target table and match it. So this is our field map. So I'm going to save it. So at this point we have done many things. So we loaded our data, we told to the system what is our source table, what is our target table, we created our map, which is called map 1. We do not run the business rule. And one more thing we have to make sure, which is also important, is to make sure that the format of the date is proper. When I say proper, let's click on the must have by source field. So when I click on it, I have this field map configuration like this form. So here I can see date format, which is year, month, day, hours, minutes, and seconds. This is how it's shown as well in our target table. But if you want, because now our source table contains some data, and those data are visible in this way. The format here is very different from the format configured for the date format here. So we cannot keep that format. If we keep that format, and it will not take properly the date, because the first thing what we are telling to the system is a year, and the number one, it can't be a year. So what we have to tell is, just take the format what we have, so which is slash, because we have a slash, and then we have a date, so it's a date, and then year. So I have this format. So I found this format in the I found this mapping assist, or change the format in the course, in fact. So I have the course here, imported date field, where they explain me how to put the date in our put the date format in our in the field date format. Okay, let's say it in this way. But I have to notice here I have the M capital, the rest are not in big letters. Why? I don't know why for now, but that's the way it's given here. So I just follow these things. And the other thing for the auto mapping field, so I found the answer in this part. So if you want to know more about it, you just need to go through these courses. So you don't need to follow everything on like linearly. So we can have an understanding, for example, by clicking on import a date field, what is this about. But it's better to follow from the beginning to the end. So this part is done. I'm going to update. So we have it. So everything is ready for now to do our transform. So we have our source table, we have our target table, we have matched everything what we need, and we have given what is the format of the date to the source table, so it is not going to make any mistake while it's going to do our transform. Because while it's going to do our transform, what is actually happening is making sure that the number in the date format is this number corresponds to a month, this corresponds to year. So it take the proper numbers and it will order in the proper way in our target table. So I will show you once we have our results. So let's click on transform. So I have the map one which is already created, so I'm going to directly transform. So complete completion code success. This means everything was done properly. If I click on transform history, I can check if there are any errors. The state is complete. If you have some errors, it will be shown here, and I have inserts file, total file, and I have the proper source table here. So if I want to double check, if I want to really see, not double check, really see what is the result, so I'm going to need IT application, I'm going to click on all. I should have all the row, all the records. So I have all the records. So that's one thing. Perfect, it's working. Now I have to check if the date is imported properly. So for that, I just need to click on this randomly. I'm going to click this record. Okay, it's not working. It was quick. Okay, let's click on that. Okay, as you can see here, we have Nathaniel, is record human resource request type, human resource 2, what needed, and when needed we have a date. And as you can see also, the format of the date is different from the format what we have chose in the beginning for our source table. The reason why we chose a different format is just to make sure that we have a format, certain format in our Excel file sheet, and that part of the, so this is the data, this is how the data is imported in our source table, and we are making sure this is the format, and this is the month, this is the day, this is the year, and so when it's going to convert, it's going to convert or transform, it's going to transform properly. Take the date and put it in the right order. For example, he took the year and then he put it in the beginning. So as we mentioned, the year is coming in the last part of the format, and the format of the target table is in the in the beginning. So we have year, month, days and hours and minutes and seconds. So he's ordering in a proper way. So that's my understanding how it works when it comes for importing a specific field. Here our import a date field. Hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day. Until next time, bye.